MJ, I got here as quick as I could. I heard on the radio that the stalker got away again.
John Hudson was almost killed. John Hudson could still die. Dad, I've got to break this code, and then I know I can help Adam find their killer.
Look, I know we're really close.
Yeah, well, I can't wait for the killer to strike again. And I'm not going to lie to Adam anymore.
MJ, don't be something we could both regret.
I've been regretting it ever since I found this book in your room. I should have turned it in right then.
That's a brilliant idea. Then you'd be off the force and I'd be in jail. Is that what you want?
What I want is to stop feeling guilty. What if I could have prevented some of these murders, Jack?
Look, we're doing the best we can. We're this close. All we have to do is break this last symbol, find out what it means.
I'm going to snake. Could be anybody.
Let's not worry. I know this is going to lead us straight to the killer.
You've got to kill John Hudson before he comes to, before he talks to the police. Kill him now.
Hello, Dr. Glazer. I don't know if you remember me. My name is Mary McKinnon. I'm sorry. Have I come at a bad time?
No, not at all. Please. Sorry, come in. I was just going over a case in my mind. Excuse me if I seem to be a little,
No, it's quite all right.
Oh, please, sit down. Make yourself comfortable. Well, what can I do for you?
John? John, you can't see. John, you can't see, can you? Talk to me, John. Talk to me. Jamie, what's wrong with him? He can't see.
John? Listen, you two mind waiting outside?
Yeah, come on, sweetheart.
No, but what's wrong with him?
How was that?
Jimmy, he couldn't see me.
Michael, please. Jamie really needs to examine him. Let's just wait outside.
John. Adam, he couldn't see me. I mean, he looked right at me. He couldn't see me. Blind?
No, wait. We don't know that for sure. Jamie's examining him now.
After all he's been through, this is all my fault.
No, Michael, it could only be a temporary condition, you know?
Donna, what if it isn't? How am I going to tell Mom?
No, you don't have to say anything to her right now. You don't want to worry her needlessly.
Look, I'm sure the doctors will be able to help me. Yeah, they will, right? They will. I mean, this is probably only a temporary condition,
That's right. That's right. And he's going to get his vision back in no time at all.
Yeah, the sooner the better. John may be the only one who can ID the killer.
All right, Doc, tell me the truth. What are the chances I'll ever see you again?
I want to consult with the specialist first.
All right, just tell me what my chances.
Okay. 50-50. It could go either way.
Well, with my luck, we know how that'll turn out.
Now, there's no reason to lose hope. We've got the best man in the field coming down from Chicago. Take a look at you. He's the best there is.
Yeah.
Donna, what am I going to do? I mean, Mom's going to want to see John. What am I going to tell her? Oh, God, Simon was right. I never should have had him come back here.
Michael, would you please stop blaming yourself?
Donna, who am I supposed to blame? I made him come back here. I forced him. Jamie. Jamie, how's John? Is he really blind?
Well, at the moment, he's experiencing a total loss of vision.
But it's not permanent, right?
Well, it's hard to say. The fall caused an injury to his head, and we think a small blood clot may have formed on his brain.
Isn't that dangerous?
Well, it could be, yeah. A clot is called a hematoma, and it seems to be affecting the visual center in his brain.
Well, can't you remove it?
Yes, but even then, there's no guarantee that John will regain his sight.
But there is a chance.
Yes, but you have to understand, the brain surgery is very dangerous.
Are you saying my brother could die?
Yes, there's always that chance.
Well, then do you have to operate?
I'm afraid if we don't, the hematoma could become life-threatening.
And then there's no choice. Jimmy, you do what you have to. And if you need a specialist, anything at
We've
all.
got the best in the field coming down from Chicago right now. But first of all, we've got to make sure his condition is stabilized so we can operate.
Jamie, you do whatever you have to do, but you saved my brother's life.
Listen, Jamie, I need to talk to John for a minute.
No, not right now, you don't.
No, this is important. I need to ask him a couple questions.
Adam, I don't want John excited before surgery. Besides, he's too weak. He's lost too much blood.
Listen, he could help me identify the stalker. The killer may be trying to identify his next victim. It may be Donna.
I will not jeopardize the health of my patient.
People's lives are at stake here.
Jamie, please. Look, man, John saved Donna's life. I'm sure he'd want to help any way he could.
All right, 5 minutes. I'll be next week.
Thanks, Michael. John may be the only one who can lead us to the killer.
I'm so pleased that my son was able to arrange this meeting.
Your son.
Scott LaSalle. He's an intern at the police department.
Yes, of course he is. I'm sorry, Mrs.
McKinnon.
It's been one of those days.
Oh, I totally understand, and I'd be very happy to come back another
No,
time.
please, don't be silly. I recall Scott mentioning something about you're looking for a job.
Yes, I'll be receiving my degree in social psychology from Bay State in June.
Well, are you interested in clinical work or research?
No, working with people, underprivileged people, hopefully in some kind of social services organization.
Well, I do know of a few agencies here in town that do good work. I'm sure I've got some of their literature.
If I had my druthers, I'd be working with children or maybe the homeless.
Yeah, here. You might find that of interest. And I'm sure I've got some other literature around here somewhere.
Now, I don't want you to go to too much trouble.
I don't suppose you've had any previous experience.
In social work?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, in Paraguay, I was very involved in it.
Ah, well, see, then there shouldn't really be any problem at all.
But isn't it sort of a hard field to break into?
Can be, I suppose. Do you know a group called Support?
No.
Well, they're interesting. They work with young people, mostly runaways and teenagers, I suppose, mostly. And it's a shelter. They take in the homeless and other people who can't afford to pay for help.
Oh, it sounds like just what I want.
Well, now, you see, I know I've got their brochure here somewhere. Yeah, here. You might find that just the ticket.
Oh, thank you. Now, I don't suppose you'd have an idea of how I could sort of get a foot in the door.
As a matter of fact, yes, I know a young woman that works down there. She's very nice. I could give her a call and get back to you.
That would be wonderful. I'd appreciate it more than I could say.
Well, first thing in the morning. Is that soon enough?
That's just grand.
Good.
Thank you so much.
No, please, don't thank me. My pleasure.
I wonder if I could impose on you once more.
Ask away. It's not an imposition at all.
Well, my car's in the shop, and I took the bus and walked to and from the bus station, but it's starting to get a little dark out there.
Ah, it is indeed. Let me call you a cab.
No, that's not really necessary. I just would love to use your phone to call my daughter, if I may.
Please, yes, sir.
Thank you. Normally, I'd love to walk. It's been so beautiful, but, you know, with the stalker still on the loose.
Yes. Best to be cautious.
I just talked to Jamie. John Hudson's in real bad shape.
Is he gonna die?
I don't know. He's got to have brain surgery. He definitely can't ID the killer, that's for sure.
Boy, that's rough. The guy's an MIA, and he's got to come home and get it right in his backyard.
Dad, I've got to figure out what this last symbol means.
It's probably so simple, ain't it? I mean, maybe it's an emblem or a coat of arms or something.
No, I already went that route. An
MJ?
apple and a snake.
Your mom's on the phone.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you. Oh, hi.
Hi, sweetie. Are you busy?
Why?
Well, I'm over here in Dr. Glazer's office.
Why?
He may be able to help me find a job.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, I've got a little bit of a problem. My car's in the shop, and I walked to the bus and took the bus over near here, and then I walked here, but it's getting a little bit dark out.
Don't let her stop you, son. You know how wicked she is. You have a job to do.
Yes, I heard about the stalker on the radio.
Mama, you should never have walked over there in the first place. I'll be right there.
Are you sure it's not a problem?
Just give me 15 minutes, okay?
I certainly will, and I thank you. Bye, honey. Well, he's coming right over. Would you mind awfully if I waited here for her?
No, of course not. No. Sorry, please. Sit down. Be comfortable.
Thank you. Isn't it dreadful what happened to John Hudson?
Yes. Yes, absolutely, Trevor.
I wonder if you'll be able to identify the killer.
That would certainly be a break, wouldn't it?
I have a theory. I think the stalker is botching his latest attempt on purpose.
Why? Why would he want to do that?
Because maybe what he really wants is to be caught.
All right. Now, you were struggling with the killer. Did you get a look at him?
Just for a second. I pulled his mask off.
You saw his face?
Yeah. That'll be the last thing I'll ever remember seeing. I'll have to cherish the memory.
What did he look like?
I don't know. I only saw him for a second.
Well, anything, any little detail.
What do I know? It was a face. 2 eyes, nose, mouth.
Any particular feature?
No, not really. I'd recognize him again if I saw him. I guess that's not going to help you much, is it?
What about his hair?
Never saw it.
How tall was he?
Not my height. No. Maybe an inch or two shorter, but he was strong. He had a real strong body.
So he was stocky, he was heavy set?
No, he was just very strong.
Hey, could you tell how old he was?
No, not really. Like I said, I only saw him for a second. I wish I could help you more. I just can't.
John, you've helped us plenty. Thank you. Listen, we're all praying for you.
Adam, what did he say? Did he help you?
He saw his face. He saw the killer's face?
Was he able to give you a description?
Best he could. Listen, Michael, I got a plan. This could work. Now, it could be dangerous. I'm going to need your permission.
All right, just tell me. What do you want to do?
We trap the killer. This may be the only way. But look, the first thing we do is we leak to the press the fact that John has seen the killer's face, that he's going in and out of consciousness, that he's expected to give the police a full description at any minute.
Adam, you're setting John up. I mean, the killer will have to come after him.
Exactly.
Well, what about John?
He'll be protected 24 hours a day. Look, this place will be crawling with undercover cops dressed as doctors, as nurses, as orderlies.
No, I don't know, Adam, man. I mean, he's been through too much already.
The stalker will never get close to him. He'll only think that he's got a clear shot. As soon as he makes this move, we got him.
Adam, what if something goes wrong?
Something already has.
No. Maybe if it was me. If it was me, okay, but not him. I mean, he's blind. He can't defend himself.
Look, Michael, This is the last chance we may have to get this guy before he strikes his next victim. He's already gone after Donna twice. He's missed both times. How long do you think he's going to wait until he goes after her again?
No, Adam, I'm sorry, but I agree with Michael. Nothing is worth putting John's life in danger again.
It's John's decision. I think I ask him.
You're right. It is John's decision. Never listened to me before. Probably not going to listen to me now, but let's go. John, Sergeant Corey wants to ask you something.
I already told him everything I know.
John, I got a plan. You can help us trap the stalker.
What kind of plan?
Want to force him out of hiding?
What, do you want to use me for bait?
Well, he knows that you've seen him. If he thinks that you're going to give the police a full description...
Uh-huh. He'll come after me, right?
Except that that's when we get him. Look, you'll be protected the whole time. Now, I'd be lying to you if I told you that this wasn't going to be dangerous.
John, I think this is a bad idea. I don't think it's worth the risk.
It's all up to you. What do you say? Will you do it?
What I think is that this man is just about at the end of his rope, and that's why he's taking so many risks.
Risks?
Well, for instance, at the Corey party, now that was a house just full of people. It really was as if you
You're
were
at the Corey house. How many more chances are you going to get? Do it now. Kill her.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be boring you with my amateur psychology.
No, please. I think your point is very well taken.
Oh, thank you. Well, I feel that in the beginning this possibly was a game to him.
I'm your mother, not her. Listen to me.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't think it's a game with him anymore either.
I think maybe enough time has gone by that he's starting to...
Then kill her. Now, before it's too late.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm sure you have your own theory.
I'm sorry, what?
How do you think the killer perceives his situation?
Oh, I wouldn't want to bore you with...
You know how wicked she is. She ran off with that man, left her husband and children.
I don't want to bore you with my theory.
I'd really like to hear.
No, I'm sorry. I don't think we really have the time.
Oh, I shouldn't have stayed so long.
Don't let her get away again. Kill her.
I'll wait for MJ downstairs.
Wait. I just remembered another pamphlet you really should take along.
You've done so much already. I don't want to take it.
No. Please, I insist. Sit down. It'll only take a minute. I have it right here.
Ah, that must be MJ.
MJ, hello.
Hi, Doctor. You taking good care of my mom?
Oh, yes. Yes, he's given me some good things to read and some good ideas about job opportunities.
Well, good luck with the job, honey.
Thank you very much. I'm not taking you out of your way, am I? MJ, hello. Hello, Earth.
No, in fact, Mom, why don't you take my car?
What will you drive?
I have to go to the hospital across the street anyway. Adam wants me to check in so I can just have a squad car drive me home.
Well, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. In fact, you can keep it until you're sick.
That's really sweet of you.
It's no problem.
Well, okay. Are you coming now?
No, I would like to talk to Dr. Glazer for a minute.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll see you later then.
Okay.
Thank you again for your time.
Pleasure. MJ, I'm really running very late. Isn't there something that can wait?
No, no, it can't. It's police business, Doctor. I need to ask you some questions about the killer.
Is there anything wrong, Mr. McKinnon?
What are you hanging around here for?
This is a public place. I'm not bothering anybody.
You can't get your kind of action here.
My kind of action, huh?
You know what I mean.
Yes, I think so. You don't want my business?
I didn't say that.
No, you don't have to say that. Look, I'm not the stalker for your information. And furthermore, your daughter MJ believes that as well.
What's going on with you and MJ?
Not a thing is going on with me and MJ. Nothing. You got it?
What are you getting so hot under the collar for?
Just get off my back, all right? You don't have to worry about me hanging around your family anymore.
What's the matter with him?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Did you ever wonder just how close he and MJ were?
Wonder, yes, but it is her business, and I figured if she wanted us to know, she would have told us.
Yeah, but with somebody like Raul, Diane.
Hello, Vince. Well, what's this? It's a surprise. Something I thought you might like. Just for old time's sake.
Diane Flannery. This is Mary McKinnon. My wife. Mary, I'd like you to meet, Diane.
Hello, Diane. So, how do you know Vince?
Are you feeling all right, Doctor?
Oh, yes. A cold coming on. Nothing serious. You say you want to talk about the Stalker case?
Yes, I do. How long have you had this?
Years. Why?
Where did you get it?
It belonged to my mother. Is it important?
Your mother. Maybe.
Andrew, what are you talking about?
There's no delicate way to put this.
Don't worry about delicacy. What are you talking about?
You remember Linda Lee? She was a call girl. She was one of the stalker's first victims.
I remember. What about her?
I have reason to believe that you were with her shortly before she was killed. And on a regular basis before that.
Right. On both counts. How could you possibly know that?
We've been going through Linda's personal effects. A drawing of this paperweight keeps appearing in her diary. Right next to it, there's always a notation of cash taken in. And, Doctor, this was the last entry before she was murdered.
Sure, I'll do it.
John, you don't have to go through with this. No one would blame you.
Mike, I'm no good to anybody anymore anyway, so what's the difference?
It's too much
I say
of a
if we can get this guy, I'm all for it.
Not in your condition.
He went after Donna. And all his other women. He made the mistake of coming after me. Maybe he'll try it again.
John, you'll be a sitting duck.
It's my decision. Let's do it.
I'll make the arrangements. Thanks, John. Thanks a lot.
Corey,
Yeah,
get the guy.
okay.
I think that you ought to give this some thought, John.
I already did. How's Donna?
Donna's fine. Thanks to you.
Mom?
Mom's upstairs in ICU.
I'd like to see her again. She'd be a sight for sore eyes.
Well, you'll see her again. I'm going up there right now.
Listen, Mike. You tell her that I'm going to crawl up there later on tonight when it gets dark. I'm going to bust us both out of this joint.
check on you later, all right? Who is it? Who's there?
It's me, Donna.
Donna. Hey. That was some show, huh? Maybe they ought to make a movie about my life, one of those martial art movies. What do you think? The blind gimp meets the ninja. Think we can sell any tickets?
I can't thank you enough. You did. You saved my life. We'll never forget that. I'm just so sorry this happened to you. It's just not fair. It's not fair.
Now the next part of Another World.
I suppose Jamie talked to you about the surgery?
Yeah. Every door he keeps in.
We've got the best man coming in his field. I can't remember his name, though.
Oh, Donna. One of those old sawbones is just good as next.
John, how can you be so casual about this? Michael and I are so worried about you.
Well, I guess I'm just kind of a casual guy.
You're not even scared.
Scared? Come on, this is my arena. Bring on the knives.
I am. I'm so sorry.
Who's that?
Dr. Frank.
What's up, Doc?
Well, how do you feel about getting prepped for surgery, John?
What, so soon?
Well, the nurse has arrived. He's looking at your x-rays right now, and I want to get you in the OR as soon as possible. But don't worry, Johnny. It's the best there is. You'll be in good hands. How's your head feel?
Like I ran into a brick wall. Ironical, isn't it? Vietnam didn't kill me. Bay City probably will.
Diane. We've... Oh, come on. Wait a minute. Diane and I used to go out together.
Oh, well, isn't that nice? Very nice.
Vince and I have known each other for a long time.
Yeah, and we're friends. We're good friends.
Why don't you open up your present?
Yes, why don't you open up your present?
What is it?
Oh, just open it up and see. I've never known a guy who didn't like surprises more than Vince.
Really?
It's devil's food. With those little chocolate morsels, you know?
Well, doesn't it look delicious?
Oh, Diane. She makes the best devil's food cake in the Midwest.
Oh,
wait a minute. Maybe in the world.
I wouldn't say that.
Hey, listen, why don't I get a knife and a couple of forks, and maybe we can all dig in.
Oh, no. I made it for you and your family. I hope you like it, Vince. I've got to go.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? You have to stay and have some cake. In fact, why don't you and Vince just sit down right here at this table, and I'll cut the cake for you, and I'll even bring you some coffee.
No, really, I have to go. It was really very nice meeting you, Mrs. McKinnon.
Please call me Mary.
Mary. Vince has told me so much about you. I feel like I already know you.
You sure I can't buy a cup of coffee?
No, thank you. But can I use your phone, please?
Oh, sure. Help yourself. It's right next to the cash register.
Well, isn't she pretty? She's just really, really attractive.
Well, yeah, she is a great gal. She makes a great devil's food cake.
Oh, yes, so he said.
She used to make me one every week.
Did she? My. Well. Then I think the two of you just absolutely must sit down and have a piece of cake together. You could talk over old times.
Yes, you're right, MJ. Linda Lee and I were together the day she died.
I don't want to pry into your personal life, Doctor, but I'm going to have to...
No. I don't mean together in that sense. Linda Lee was my patient. She had a regular standing weekly appointment.
Wait, you're telling me that you were Linda's therapist?
Exactly. Yeah. I imagine that accounts for her drawing that in her diary, and the cash notation surely referred to my fee.
Do you have any records and receipts that indicate that she came to see you every week and that she was paying you?
I have. I mean, I haven't got them here with me, but I'll be glad to have my accountant send you photocopies if you like.
I'm sorry, Doctor. I guess I shouldn't have assumed...
Oh, come on now, don't apologize. You're following an investigation. I would have asked me the very same question.
Why didn't you come to us the minute you heard that Linda was murdered and tell us that she was your patient?
I didn't really see any reason to violate the doctor-patient confidentiality.
You know, there's a good chance that she could have told you something that would have led us...
And if she had, MJ, I promise you I would have spoken up. The fact is, we talked about her emotional life and her family and so forth. Nothing very unusual.
Except that she was a call girl. Did you talk about that?
Yes. But that was the only unusual thing about her. She never mentioned being threatened or anything of that nature.
Doctor, we have to follow up every lead, even if it is a dead end.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Thank you for your time.
No, I wish I could have been more helpful.
I don't think it's going to make a big difference anyway. I'm sure that it's just a matter of time before we catch this guy.
Ah, you got a new lead.
Well, evidently John Hudson saw the killer's face, so we just have to wait till he's well enough to ID him, and then we can get him.
Ah, well. Thank God for that.
Really? Well, listen, I'm sorry I took up so much of your time. Thanks again.
No, not at all.
You're wasting time. You've got to kill John Hudson now.
I think we can just put our cards on the table here.
Go right ahead.
I don't see any reason why this has to be awkward.
This? What? What? This?
Diane. She is very attractive. And you two obviously were very close. And there certainly is no reason why you shouldn't go out with her, or anybody else for that matter, if you want to.
What if I don't want to?
Don't want to what? Don't want to go out with Diane, or don't want to go out with anyone?
Oh. Ever since the trouble with the IRS, I've had to face our situation. We still married, right?
Legally, on paper.
Well, I think we ought to work that out before we move on to other relationships.
I thought we agreed to let the relationship part of that just sort of quietly wait for a while. That would indicate that we should see other people so that we can see where we stand.
You can do it. Whatever you want.
What about you?
I can only handle one thing at a time. Right now, that's being married. Even though it's only on paper.
Well, I'm going to shove off, and it was real nice meeting you, Mary.
It was a pleasure.
Well, Vince, you take care of yourself.
You do the same. And, thanks for the cake.
I won't be seeing you anymore.
Diane, why aren't you going to see Vince anymore?
Glazer was one of Linda's Johns?
No, she was one of his patients. She went to him for therapy every week.
Well, that's weird. She never mentioned anything about it to me.
Well, Glazer said she wanted to keep it confidential. Anyway, what difference does it make? It's not helping us get any closer to the killer.
Just relax. Calm down, okay? We'll figure out something.
What's to figure out, Chad? I thought this stupid symbol was going to crack the entire case for us. Turns out it's useless.
Okay. So maybe the book isn't going to help us anymore, but we'll track down that killer together. I promise.
How? We haven't even got a clue. The book was just a waste of time.
It's crazy to have evidence around that you were a hooker and I was a pimp. We gotta destroy it.
Okay. I'll take care of it.
Let's do it now.
No, I want to look through it one more time.
For what?
I don't know. Maybe we missed something. Maybe there's something in here that it could at least point us toward the killer.
MJ, you know there isn't.
Okay, so humor me. All right? I'll look through it one more time, and then I'll burn it. I promise.
We're playing with fire here.
Dad, what if there's evidence in this book that could save somebody's life?
The evidence in that book will ruin our lives. Remember that, will you?
I had to give John a sedative. He was pretty keyed up.
Well, wouldn't you be?
Of course I would be. The sedative will help him rest until surgery.
Okay, look, I gotta talk to you. Would you please excuse me for a second? Jamie, before the surgery, I want to talk to the surgeon.
Dr. Glazer. Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
I heard about your brother-in-law. How is he?
He's not very good. I'm really worried about him. He's about to face surgery, and I think he's really scared, but he just won't admit it.
Is there something I can do to help?
Yes. You can talk to him. Get him to talk about his feelings. I was just in there alone with him. And he's just keeping everything bottled up inside. I know he's feeling scared about the surgery. And Dr. Glazer, I really think he's very upset about his feelings for me, too. And I really think you could just talk to him and get it straightened out.
Well, I've counseled a lot of patients before they went into short surgery, and I've had a pretty good success rate.
I would be so grateful if you could just help him get through this.
You leave it to me.
Okay, thanks. Oh, wait a minute. I think I should go in there with you and introduce you to him.
Vince is a terrific guy. No, underneath all that barking and growling is a real puppy dog.
You care a lot about him, don't you?
It's very special to me. He still is. Probably always will be.
Well, then why don't the two of you?
Because no matter how good it was, there was always someone between us.
I don't understand.
You. Vincent never stopped loving you, Mary. I used to tell myself that in time things would change. But little by little, I realized that would never happen.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. You're a very lucky woman, Mary McKinnon.
I'd better do this by myself.
But you don't know John. He can be very difficult. I really think I should
I
introduce
know, but
you.
the fact is you're much too upset now. Now, if he picks up on that, I'm not going to be able to get through to him at all.
You're right.
You're absolutely right.
You leave John.
All right. Thank you.
hideout and tell them he found him dead. They'll never suspect me. What are you